For this week's military firearm, David Fortier and I take a look at the Romanian sniper rifle. And I'm sorry to say, this is a rifle that all too many of our troops have encountered in the last couple of years.
Well, this week we've got something really interesting. This is a Romanian PSL sniper rifle. This is actually the most commonly encountered sniper rifle in Iraq today in the hands of insurgents. It's simple, it's reliable, and unfortunately it's fairly effective.
Well, it's often mistaken for the Russian Dragunov, but it's really an altogether different weapon. Now, it does have AK-47-like receiver, but this is the heavier RPK receiver. So it's got a little heavier receiver, but it does have an extremely thin barrel, so this one's going to heat up.
Yeah, and once it heats up, it does start to string.
And they've put a thumbhole stock on it, but now the spot weld is really wrong. It's set so you can still use the iron sight, so you really have to lift your head to see through that scope. But the scope itself's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's based on the Russian PSL-1 design from the Dragunov, made by Industry Optical Romania. It's a 4x 6-degree scope, has tritium illumination, has a wide field of view, has a bullet drop compensator out to 1,000 meters, and has a really useful reticle which allows you to range a target, quickly engage it, and it's an older optic, but it's still effective.
The cartridge is the old Russian 7.62x54. They stuck with that one.
A classic that refuses to die.
It really is. 148 grain bullet at 2750 feet per second, and really a pretty darn good cartridge. We laugh at it because it's tapered and it's rimmed, but there's really nothing wrong with that cartridge.
No, it's not. Overall, it makes a pretty good combination.
And this rifle's been giving us a lot of trouble in Iraq.
Yep, they'll load it up with armor-piercing or API ammunition and try to shoot through our plates. And unfortunately, a few years ago, they were getting pretty successful at it. Now, the Romanian PSL isn't a Western idea of a sniper rifle by any means, but it is still capable of hitting a man-sized target at reasonable distances if you've got good ammunition, can dope the wind, and know your rifle.